Hello and welcome to the lecture on iFrames. So let's look at iFrames in HTML. iFrames are nothing but if you want to embed pages into pages, if you want to display one or more pages in a single page, then you go with an iFrame. Okay, so let's create iFrame example. Because we have to create so many pages in order to embed them, what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy paste all those pages and then we'll see how to embed them. So I'm going to copy paste all the files here. Let's go to brackets now and let's verify our files. Okay, if you look at the frames, let's open this first. Okay, if you open this up, okay, you can see there are page1.html and page2.html. okay, and page1.html is having 3 links. So when you click home, that's basically your page2.html. when you click about, then you go to an about.html. when you click contact, you basically go to contact page. So what you're trying to do is you have one page called frames.html, right? And this one page actually have 2 other pages. If you go to home, this is page1.html and page2.html. page1.html have 3 links, and the target for this link, because you remember when you say target, you actually open up a new browser. You can also say target for this link is this frame. Okay, and you can say command from this frame to say please open this file. This is contact.html. and also I'll show you how to embed a YouTube video into an HTML page via the iFrames. Okay, so let's open up our files and then we'll look at the files now. So the first file that you have to view is the frames.html. There's nothing fancy here. We just have to understand how to embed a page using iFrame. Okay, so the tag name is called as iFrame. Like anchor tag, you have the source, or image tag, you have a source. So iFrame also have a source. You have to say which page you want to show in that iFrame, and you can set the height. That's why if you see the height, you can set this height and the width of an iFrame. And then only thing you have to say when you create an iFrame is what page you want to load it here. So I'm saying I want to load page 1, and in the second iFrame I want to load page 2. So that's why when you refresh the page, you see page 1 and page 2. Okay, 2 iFrames has been created of height 300, and then 2 iFrames are basically displaying page 1, the first frame, and the second frame is page 2. Alright, then you have h1 tag, that's nothing but the embedding YouTube in the HTML page. And then you can create an iFrame and you can give the link of your YouTube video. Okay, when you give a link of YouTube video, make sure the path is like this: YouTube/embed and then the shortcode of your YouTube video. Okay, once you place like this, then the YouTube video get embedded into that iFrame. Okay, this is basically an iFrame. In the iFrame, you are embedding that URL. Okay, very simple. You can control the height and the width as well. Okay, iFrame is very simple to understand. It's like an image. To display an image, you want to just have the reference of the image. To display an iFrame, you just need the reference of the HTML page. To what page, what video you want to embed and show in that frame, right? That is the first concept of having how to write iFrame and how to display the HTML page. Okay, and remember that you can give names to your frame. Okay, here I've given a name, that is this frame. This frame has a name called as content frame. Okay, so when you click a link like contact link, when you click it, this is a frame that is having a name called as contact frame. So in this link, I will say my target is this frame. Okay, let's open and see that in the contact page. In the page1.html, that's this one. You see the targets are not underscore blank. The targets are basically pointing to your iFrame. Okay, this frame. That's why when you click them, this frame gets loaded with that page. And what page it is? It's this page: about.html, contact.html, and page2.html. So this is the page 1. That's what we are viewing now, page 1. And they are pointing to a target of this frame. And this frame is created from the frames, where you have created 2 frames, and the second frame we have named it with content frame. Alright, similarly for about, then you're just displaying the about page, and similarly for contact, you're just displaying the contact page. Okay, page 2 basically displaying the page 2. There's nothing inside these pages. The most important thing is coming up from the frames.html. So in the iFrame, you just mention which pages you want to display, what is the height and the width. You can even choose to display a video. You can choose to display HTML page, then you can choose to have a name for that frame, and you can, in the hyperlink, you can choose to mention what is the target you want to display in that frame. Okay, so it's iFrame is very simple to understand, like an image, or like an embedding some resource onto the page. I highly recommend you try this example of embedding a YouTube video onto your page, because this will be most common scenario that you want to embed something onto your web page. So you at least know, if you have a YouTube video, how do you embed that onto an HTML page. And remember, you have to have this URL. If you just copy paste the URL, it will not work. You have to have this embed / the shortcode notation of your URL. Alright, so that's all about iFrame. So I hope you know how to create iFrames, how to embed HTML page in the iFrame, how to embed a YouTube video into an iFrame. Okay, if you're really confused, you can give a try, do some exercise, and understand how this thing works. So all these examples are available in the material folder, so you can go ahead and open it, and then you can have a look at it. Alright, so that's all about iFrame, and I'll see you in the next one.